start there and move across. And stay to your left here.
This side. The right. Matt.
To your left.
Here.
Matt.
Hello. Over here.
To your left, please.
Matt.
So yes, I definitely want to direct. It's just a matter of finding the right material to start with. And Spielberg always said to me, start very small and see if you have a talent for telling a story on film. Like he did with Duel, that was only a story about a truck, and it was a very simple story.
Your career is on the very top. The Forbes magazine says that you are the best inversion in Hollywood in this moment.
My family came on the road with me to do this movie, which is a particularly tough movie because we travel so much, and then we do a round of reshoots where we go back to all the places that we've been. So by the time my daughter was 11 months, she had 11 stamps on her passport. And that didn't even count for traveling within Europe, where they don't stamp anymore because it's all part of the European Union. So my family was really tired, and a couple months ago I was sitting with my wife, and she pointed to this pile of scripts, and she said, what is that? And I looked and I said, oh, those are the movies that start shooting in September. And she looked at it for a while, and she looked at me, and she said, you like being married? So I went, yeah, okay. Not to mention the fact that I think that a lot of the problems in the world would be mitigated by Americans traveling more. I read a statistic that only 8% of Americans even have a passport. And some of the problems that we're in, some of the unilateral decision-making that our administration, some of these decisions that they make, I think are due directly to the fact that George Bush didn't travel outside of America but for one trip to Mexico before he was president. And I think that explains a lot of his intellectual incuriosity and his inability to look at things from the perspectives of other people from other countries and other cultures.
Outside of the United States, so coming back today, I hadn't been in 20 years, and looking around and seeing things that I hadn't seen in a really long time. And the saying in America is, I saw her across a crowded room, so that's actually what happened. I saw her, and to me,
Well, today I had some tacos, and I had our favorite restaurants around the world are Mexican restaurants, because when my wife's pregnant, she has to eat Mexican food.
We know that your wife is Argentinian.
I love Mexican women. Now I'm only allowed to love one woman, but I do have to say, Mexican women are a strong runner-up to my wife. Yeah.